Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pace Studio on the Road. We're here in the beautiful Napa Valley at Dos Colinas, the Hills family estate, and we're live right this moment with Scott Guberman. Scott, thanks for coming, man.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored. This first song I'm going to do is called San Anselmo. It's about a small town in California. It's the first town that I moved to when I came to California. There's time to dream. There's time to grow. A time like this I've never known. From to it's I can't let this go. I'm staying here in San Anselmo. Once in a while you find your way. California sun is shining bright. From the day I heard that sound, I swore I was West Coast bound, and it seems to me now the time is right. Stranger things have happened, or so I've been told. Inspiration here, it shines like gold. The deadbolt's been unlocked. It is here I found the key to the door beyond which lay the bigger dreams. Once in a while you find your way. California sun is shining bright. From the day I heard that sound, I swore I was West Coast bound, and it seems to me that now the time is right. I know that you may have some second thoughts, but things will be okay. All the love you take with you, and that which is left behind, never really does go away. Find your way. California sun is shining bright. From the day I heard that sound, I swore I was West Coast bound, and it seems to me that now the time is right. Stranger, I belong. I get high with my best friends before I head back home. I'm headed back to San Anselmo. I'm going home to San Anselmo. I'm going home to San Anselmo. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Scott, what a total pleasure to be in paradise with you right now. Thank you for adding the soundtrack to it and just making the whole thing cool and enhancing everything that's happening here. So San Anselmo, and that's a totally appropriate song from a Bay Area mainstay. You've been here and playing with literally everybody for a long time. Can you?
It's funny, up until the pandemic hit, well, first of all, I guess back up a little bit. I got involved in all this. I came out to the Bay Area 6 years ago with the true intent of meeting Phil Lesh, so I could at least let him know that, because I was getting older, that it's been my dream my whole life to play with him. And some of that song refers to that, and his response was "Stranger things have happened." That was kind of it. But then I got involved in playing at his club pretty much right away, and that was in 2015. And he heard me play enough that he said, "Hey, why don't you play with me? I've got a band called Communion that he had just put together." And so I got a chance to be in that. That was kind of short-lived. But then we were also doing the recreations. So we did 30 shows that from each year of the Grateful Dead, recreating one show from each year, and the whole thing was just a blast and a dream come true for me. And so, like you mentioned, I have gotten a chance to play with just about everybody in the Bay Area, especially in the Grateful Dead scene. As a result of all this, one thing leads to another. And it's been a trip. Things have really slowed down since the pandemic hit, but something that started up for me just recently, we did a big stream a couple of months ago, a thing called the Gilmore Project, which is all Pink Floyd. So it's a little bit out of my bag, but again, all psychedelic rock. So I grew up on that kind of stuff, on the whole genre. So I'm really enjoying it so far. We start a tour in January. It goes for about 6 weeks all over America, and really including Mexico, in fact. So yeah, really looking forward to all that.
Sweet, man. We'll travel safely and have a wonderful time. Good for you. We'll all have to figure out how to do this stuff and live our lives safely and protect each other and all that. We're finding that by live streaming and obviously by doing it outside and away from each other, that we can keep each other safe. And when you go out and do physical in-person things, I have no doubt that you're going to do it safely. So travel safely, and good for all of us for doing this. And this is a total pleasure to be sharing your music with our audience right now. What's coming up second today?
I've got another song that I wrote as well called "I Do Believe You'll Be Just Fine." It's about survival, I suppose.
Me too. Water's a good idea.
Like you said, this really is pure paradise here. It's just gorgeous, great environment to be in.
And thanks again to Justin, to the Hills family for hosting us, man.
Yes,
we're sleeping here.
They're fighting in the streets, we all know why. I'll tell you something, it ain't no lie. If we get together and share the light, well, I believe that we're gonna be fine. It feels like the world is broken, but we could fix it while we still have time. And though we're feeling some strong emotions, I do believe that we'll be just fine. You're bound to find love if you try. shines so bright, you got to cover your eyes. Don't let your dreams pass you by. And I believe that we're gonna be fine. These days it feels like the end. And though we're feeling some strong emotions, I do believe that we'll be just fine. There's a place we could call our own. We used to talk about it long ago. We'll leave our troubles out by the road. We'll gather here for the show. These days it feels like the world is broken, but we can fix it while we still have time. And though we're feeling some strong emotions, I do believe that we'll be just fine. These days it feels like the world is broken, but we can fix it while we still have time. And though we're feeling some strong emotions, I do believe that we'll be just fine. I believe that we're gonna be fine. I believe that we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Thank you guys.
Man, So as the internet can see, we're here in paradise. Thank you again, Justin, for this is just amazing. The Hills family has hosted us here. Atrium Cultivation is here, and there's marijuana, man, and it is a product. You're a cannabis user, which is a surprise to nobody based on the way that you look. I'm not a cannabis user, which is a surprise to everybody based on the way that I look. But I can appreciate beauty, and it smells tremendous. My question to you is, aside from the obvious recreational and relaxation benefits of being a cannabis user, what else does it bring to you, either creatively, medicinally, just any other upside that you see that enhances your life?
Yeah. Well, let me start off by saying that Atrium let me enjoy a couple of samples, and I could definitely say that it's very high quality, and very happy about that. So nice gift. But yeah, I think what you were asking was, how much of an influence does it have on me? Is that more or less?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Aside from it being fun and just a recreational, awesome vibe to have, but medically, medicinally, or creatively, like what are some of the other impacts that it has positively for you? Like, why do you choose to continue to be a cannabis user?
Yeah, I mean, besides all the benefits that we're finding out, what it does for people medicinally, mentally, everything. For me, the biggest thing, being a musician, is the way it affects the way I literally hear music, the way music sounds. It changes the way music sounds to me. I hear music clearer, and when it comes to performing, especially stuff that's in the moment, improvisational stuff, writing songs, anything that calls for immediate inspiration, that's where I get it from, and that's where I've gotten it from the beginning. The very first thing that I noticed about marijuana, other than that it was putting me in this beautiful place full of laughter and happiness and fun, was that when I listened to music, I heard the stereo separation much clearer. I was able to separate the instruments. I heard the drums much more defined than the bass, perhaps. Everything's separate and as end together, if that makes any sense. But I could hear what part was playing what, as opposed to just a conglomeration of all the instruments. From there it led to, I understand how this song was built now. This guy came up with this idea, and this guy said, that works good with this guitar line. So it really, for me, it opened up a whole world of inspiration and creativity and ideas for music.
Good, man. Well, I'm happy that the national attitude is slowly coming around to it being an acceptable thing. We couldn't have talked about this on this live stream and talk about smoking weed 5 years or 8 years ago, 10 years ago, but I think it's helpful in a lot of different ways. I'm not a cannabis user, but I think it does benefit society in a lot of different ways beyond just the effect. But I'm glad that we're here doing this, and I know I've said that about 5 times, but I truly am happy that we're here. And thank you for sharing your music, and there still is more yet to come. What's happening third today?
Yeah, well, that was a couple of my tunes. I think that I'll do a cover of Dark Star from the Grateful Dead. of delusions. Shall we go? You and I, while we can. Through the transitive nightfall of diamonds. formless reflections of matter. Glass and dissolving in ice, petal flowers revolving. Lady in velvet, receipts in the nights of goodbyes. Shall we go? You and I, while we can. Through the transitive nightfall of diamonds. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your Dark Star. Thank you for your original tunes as well. This has been a total treat. It seemed at times you were up there looking like a wizard, like controlling the wind almost with your keyboard. So that was very cool, man. And we'll cross paths again when we do. I hope to see you in a year or whatever. We'll be out there. Travel safely, please, with Gilmore Project. And dude, this has been a total treat. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure. It's been great working with you guys, and being in this place is so inspirational and beautiful. So thanks for having me.
All right, man. We'll see you next time. That is that, dude. We're wrapped.
All right.
Tell me you got the last line. We're still streaming now. We're hearing this right now.
Thank you, man. Thanks so much for getting this all together, saying yes.
Wow. It's just so that everybody